How can chess outposts become impenetrable fortresses? Imagine a stronghold deep in your opponent's territory, a place where your pieces can operate freely and threaten their position. That's what an outpost is in chess. It's a square controlled by your pawns that cannot be attacked by enemy pawns, usually on a semi-open or half-open file. To turn this into a fortress that cannot be broken, you need to follow some clear strategic steps. First, make sure your outpost is protected by your pawns. This creates what's called an absolute outpost, meaning enemy pawns can't challenge it without creating weaknesses elsewhere. For example, a knight placed on such a square is safe from being chased away and can influence the game from deep inside the enemy's camp. Next, support the piece occupying the outpost, often a knight, with other pieces like bishops, rooks, or the queen. This coordination keeps the outpost secure and makes it tough for your opponent to dislodge your piece. Then, position your outpost on a semi-open or half-open file. This allows your heavy pieces, like rooks and the queen, to exert pressure along that file, increasing the outpost's strength. It also provides a good base for launching attacks or controlling key squares in your opponent's territory. Pay attention to your opponent's pawn structure. If they have backward or isolated pawns, it becomes harder for them to challenge your outpost without weakening their position. If they push a pawn to attack your outpost, it might open up weaknesses elsewhere, which you can exploit. It's also important to keep your position flexible. Avoid pushing pawns unnecessarily near the outpost, as this can limit your own pieces or create targets. Instead, keep your pieces active and ready to support the outpost or take advantage of weaknesses your opponent creates. In the middle game, establishing an impenetrable outpost involves identifying squares that enemy pawns cannot attack because of their position behind pawn chains or because they have moved past those squares. Occupy these squares with knights or other pieces that thrive in closed or semi-closed positions. Use the outpost as a base to control critical central or enemy territory squares and to coordinate attacks. Finally, prevent your opponent from undermining the outpost by controlling key squares around it and managing your pawn structure carefully. When you combine these ideas, your outpost becomes a fortress that anchors your position, limits your opponent's counterplay, and offers a strong platform for launching offensive moves in the middle game.